Canna Besties Live with my Canna Bestie, Kirsty Chadsey of We Can. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Wednesdays at 4:20. We're so happy to see you. We have already one live person. Who'd imagine it, Kirsty? One live person already.
We'll take it. It's a party then. It's officially a party. Hi,
Officially
Canna Bestie. Good to see you, sweetie.
It's good to see you too. How have you been?
What's happening? Are you hearing you again?
No?
What did I do? How did
Shall I talk or are you hearing repeats?
Okay, it's gone.
Yay!
What did I do?
I don't know, but maybe we should do this. JJ says she's hearing us. Thank you, JJ. What? I know, right?
This
Kirsty.
is so weird. I'm hearing what we've just said.
Oh no. I don't know. Maybe let me
Is
see
he
if I
hearing
can.
it too?
No, not me.
This is so weird.
Okay. Well, you want to go and come back?
Yes, maybe I should. That's exactly what I'll do.
Try that.
That's
Okay.
exactly what I'll do. I'll be right back, guys.
Come back.
That's so weird.
All right. Be right back. Well, hi, everyone. Welcome to the live chat where, technical difficulties abound. Hopefully, Kirsty will be right back. And if she isn't, it'll just be me. So today we were planning to talk about, oh, she's back. Yay. A couple of cool things that are happening in our business. For me, it's homemade health. And for Kirsty, hey,
I'm
testing,
back.
1, 2, 3, testing.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Please don't repeat.
Good with me.
So weird. I'm so sorry. Tech issues. Don't I just fucking love tech?
Don't worry about it. Everybody who's on live, they stayed with it. And everybody who's watching on the replay, I'll try to edit it.
Right? Well, or hopefully it's just me. Like maybe I'm more high than I think I am. I'm kidding.
I doubt it. I doubt it. Okay, well, so today, Kirsty, I don't know if you saw on the thumbnail that I decided to put out in the title, I thought we would discuss, but there's so many things we could be discussing.
Okay,
but I listed 2 of them.
So many. You listed 2, and of course I'm like, oh my God, those are perfect. And I immediately went, but what about this? And I got to tell her this, and I got. So no, you pick dealer's choice, hostess's choice. What are we talking about?
Choice. I decided to focus on your latest and greatest thing for your business, Soul Secret Sisterhood. And my latest and greatest thing, which is a repeat. Spring 24 homemade health. I was talking to my son about it today. He's a drummer. And he said, you know what we do in drumming, Mom? The first thing we do is repeat what we did before. And I was like, that's good advice, babe. I built a good course. Why don't I just
You did. You built a great course, honey. And I'm sorry, practice makes perfect. And when you put the time and attention and effort that you put into it, Michelle, it's a great product. So it's not like, do you know what I mean? Yeah, I know you know what I mean. Like it doesn't need to be fixed, honey. It's fabulous. So no,
it doesn't need
it's amazing.
To be reinvented. To be honest with you, Kirsty, I'll go first. I was reviewing the webinar that I gave when I first launched the first 10-week homemade health, which was 2 homemade healths ago. You know what I mean?
So it was more than 2 years ago. Michelle, that was in the winter of 21.
How come you're so good at dates? I don't even remember these things.
Okay, because since you came into my world, dates are really, honey, that was you launched that and I became your first paid member in December of 21, Crawford. Way more than 2 rounds ago, lady.
Well, we did expand it from tinctures to have topicals and concentrates. But the funny thing was, when I first did the tinctures class, everybody in it already knew I was making suppositories, salves, and more, and concentrates with the Extract Craft Company. So it's funny how I added that stuff in as like bonus materials, and then it became the full course.
Well, you listen to us. Funny? What a concept. You listen to your students.
I listened to my students.
Wanted it. Like, what a concept. You build it, and then they comment on, we wanted it. We wanted as much as you gave us was so magic. But again, with any good teacher, Crawford, you want more. So you did. You heated us going, more, more, more. We need more, more, more. Shout out Coach JB, who was one of the top of the list of more. There must be more.
More.
We must
Yeah,
meet monthly. There
Kiona,
must be
I need
more.
to know how to do this extract craft thing. You know what I mean?
Right?
Ooh, a lot of people.
Right.
Some of my core miracle makers. Oh my God, smell that. Yep,
Let's
get a
smell
zoot.
my donuts together. Let's smell together.
Let's smell it together.
God, it's so good.
Mm.
Oh,
Maybe one
speaking
day
of
we can
which,
have like a jelly donut smell, like panel, like everybody.
yeah,
Okay, everyone, it's time to smell weed together.
we'll be having that in April. We'll be having that in April. Speaking of which, there's a certain somebody that we know and love, Kate the Great, who
Kate the
will be
Great.
getting a delivery of her jelly donuts, and she's quite excited.
I'm so excited for her too. She
I
should
know,
be
right?
thrilled. Well, I was watching the webinar that I gave when I first expanded the class officially to have the other two modules. I don't know if you remember, it's on my YouTube channel. It's called 10 Ingredients for Homemade Health. And it was
Yes,
very fun. It was a very fun webinar. You were there.
it
And you know what's so
was.
funny, Kirsty? Near the end of it, I was sharing testimonials from current students, and it was all the crew, you and Alex and Trisha
Wow.
and Kiona. And you know what's so funny? I was watching it as a kind of like okay, Michelle, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Give this webinar again. Like, hello
Right?
to new
Right?
students. But it was like the things that have occurred and the ways that your medicine making has affected you, your family, and everybody who I just mentioned have deepened beyond all expectation. You know
Yes.
what I mean?
Yes.
And I almost wanted to say, like, if I gave this presentation again, like, update to all the testimonials 2 years later, it's
Ru-
more magical than you can ever imagine,
Oh,
than you could
I
ever believe.
okay, you have think about that. Here's what this person said 24 months ago, and here, Michelle, right? Because are
I
you
mean, I
kidding
think
me?
of
I can give
you.
you testimonials for what? How many rounds now? 8 at
I know
least?
all the rounds,
Wow.
like every round.
Right? Wow. Wow. I love that idea because there's one thing for a course or something that we're excited about to inspire us and teach us in the moment, but Michelle, with what you've built and the community that we have created, it has continued to grow. So it's not that, oh, that course I took all those years ago it is so front of mind for all of us. And you're right, we've continued to grow with that. Wow.
I would
Yep.
say you're one of my most favorite success stories of at least some parts of homemade health in terms of things that that I really focus on, like using cannabis as a consistent daily routine and supplement in your
Thank
life.
you.
That's the thing. And then for you, when you shared with me that after all of your therapy and all of your travels in mental health and physical health, that this making this change has helped you really really accomplish the work that you've been trying to do, and
Michelle.
to being supported by cannabis the way that you have created for yourself after taking the class and stuff. To me, that is one of the most, like, the best testimonial, what people want, Kirsty. You know what I mean? Like, and you can't know one week in. It's not that kind of thing.
Can't. Nope. It's oh, I love the way you said that and thank you for your kindness, but it's so true. I was on the path. I was on
You
the
were on the
cannabis
path.
path. I was on the path. I was actively with you participating and becoming a certified cannabis health coach and educator. Shout out CCI. We can't ever
Shout
leave
out
them out, right?
CCI,
But
Cannabis
we
Coaching
were but
Institute.
so I knew it. I had been vaping my sticks, as you know, I called it carts,
Yes.
for 6 years at that. This plant was helping me exponentially, but I really was just starting to really deep dive and understand her. And with all sincerity, uh, it was such a life changing thing for me to get to not only meet you in person, but truly, Michelle, have you put your beautiful medicines in my hand as we're both learning to be these coaches, and you somehow got through it. You're like, Kirsty, that you don't do this when you're at a 10 in the evenings with your when you can't stand it. You don't wait to chase this. It's no different than prescription. Why would you chase it? You want to stay ahead. This is about, and you said it to me, Michelle. You go, think of it more like a supplement for your health. This is like a supplement or a vitamin, Kirsty. You take it every day and you take it as needed. Michelle, I have never not put tinctures, most of them made by you, which is really special to me. since that day in May of 21, Crawford. We're going to be May of 24 in about 3 minutes.
I love you. I'm so grateful for you, Kirsty. I could never remember these dates.
You're so cute. But it is, Michelle. And that was without even knowing it. I was at such a really bad spot physically, dealing from a broken ankle. I really was physically, mentally, emotionally. I think part of my pull to CCI was, as I know I've shared with you, to keep me from falling any further. When you break your ankle, both bones, and are told you are going to need to be in the same position with your foot above your head for 90 fucking days.
I'm sorry. That's like a recipe for insanity.
I mean, it just is. And trust me, with my mental health issues, in addition to my serious back issues, I truly believed, I think on some level, Jason was worried. I know Shannon worried that we were like, this is it. This is going to be the thing that takes me down. Chrissy, my work buddy, my 77-year-old work bestie that I say all the time, she goes, Bubbies, the way you recovered from that break, none of us would have believed it. We all thought that was going to be the end. Well, just as I'm literally starting to walk again, you put those in my hand. My recovery over that summer with a physical break, you've told me to put it on it as well as to take it, and I did. My surgeon, my ankle surgeon, and said in his 30 years of doing surgeries, it was one of the worst breaks he'd ever seen. I snapped one in half and the other one splintered up the center almost
Oh
12
my
inches.
God.
It's awful. Like Tiger Woods and I, our x-rays are so creepy similar, like it's bananas. But it was really bad. And I think everybody thought at my age, I was 50
Oh,
at
I
the time, 51.
know.
It's like,
And
yeah,
you're
is
never
this
gonna
it?
heal. Like you're
You're
basically
never
never
going to
gonna
heal.
get it back.
Yep. But fast
Yeah,
forward
that's what they
to
say.
more than healed. I mean, to the point where my surgeon says, I've never had a worse break than you. And I've got current current patients in their 20s recovering from breaks less than yours that aren't doing as well as you are. And I literally remember saying to him, I go, cannabis. I go, I have a cannabis coach. And while I have been a medical patient for over 6 years, 7 years at the time, or whatever it was, it is a regular part of my process. And and he goes, I don't have any other explanation because it's ridiculous, your level of healing. So truly, Michelle, that you stressing that to me and the importance of it, and it then being that piece that I didn't know and I needed with all the things I was working on, but it was truly what let me get in touch with me, with shadow me. And that was something I had literally and figuratively been trying to escape for over 5 decades.
Yes, I feel like I really believe you here because I've had a similar experience, not with the break and all of that, but with really
Right.
being empowered to face the shadow you.
Yes.
Whatever the shadow you is, we're all afraid of it.
Right.
And being able to face it with an ally like cannabis at
Mhm.
your side, within you, helping you,
Right.
lifting you. What do you call me? The wind beneath your wings.
Yep.
Well, like both of us are supported on a wave of cannabis. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Just bringing
completely,
the
Michelle.
shore,
Completely.
and it's just a difference between are we going to surf or are we going to like flail? Let's just surf.
Right.
Why not? You know what I mean?
Right.
It would be more
Right.
comfortable.
Right. It really is. And it's just, and that's the thing that the stigma babies like me, that's what I know that us we canners, shout out tribe, that's what we're trying to do is to help educate so that there aren't more 40 and 50 and 60. And we know they're out there. I was in my 40s before I even considered cannabis as an option. You know that whole story, but that's bananas because I bought into all the bullshit. And I know that there's this healing for me. Yes, it started physical and then it started with my mental wellness, but it has started with my soul wholeness. Because when I say that cannabis allowed me to be present with me and to see those shadows and those traumas and everything, like, I don't mean just see them. If I mean sit with them, I mean sit in a state of inviting them to sit with me and wanting to let my soul do the work it needed to do. Cannabis did that. Not 30 plus years of therapy, not how many different antidepressants, not all the self help books in the world. Shut up.
Not that that didn't
Cannabis.
help, not that that wasn't part of your
Not that it
journey.
didn't, but cannabis let me be still with me. And that's what we all need. It's what we all need to thrive, in my opinion. If you can get it without cannabis, that's
More power
wonderful.
to you.
But you
You
have
and
to
it's
get it.
possible.
But
You
you
need to be a
have to
monk.
get it. Yes, but you,
You know?
have to get it. And cannabis was my route to it. Period. End of story. Will be grateful for the rest of my life. And cannabis coach. You, cannabis coach.
My pleasure, Kirsty. My pleasure. Everyone, look at this. I helped. Look at Kirsty. I helped.
Become a miracle maker. And
yes, I know.
Miracle maker in the wild. Yeah.
It's leading right into what you're doing now. I mean, I'm not trying to take credit for what you're doing now. That's not what I'm saying.
But Michelle, you've played a part.
If you, I mean, a soul secret sisterhood, embracing and sitting with your shadows.
Yes.
Being able to hold stillness. You are so energetic. Bubbles is your name for a reason. Watch any of our others. This is a calm one. You know, honestly, it's kind of a calm one. Maybe we're tired. I don't know. But like,
I am exhausted.
We can get really revved up. You know what I mean?
Right. It's so true.
So I also know the challenge at the same time of like finding the space to sit with stillness with yourself. I mean, we're adult women. We are not youngie
Honey,
people.
I'm 2 weeks away from being a senior citizen.
Officially.
I'm 2 weeks away from what? If anybody would have ever said to me that I could feel this fucking great, Michelle, at 55, I'd have literally said, "What are you fucking smoking?" Like, I'm really not kidding you. And Shannon can say that to you. I'm not kidding you, Michelle. I'm in a better place with all of the things like right now than I was 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. What? Like,
and what are you doing with that? You're just turning it around and giving it to everyone around you. Giving it to our
that's the beautiful thing. When this plant gets to visit your soul, you know me. That's how I see it. When you get to sit with you, the good, the bad, all the things. When cannabis allows you to get to a place of sitting with your soul, here's the other magic that happens. So all the healing of the last several years, which has been, I'm writing a book on it. Like literally, it's been that much. It's been that much. So it's life-changing to say all the things. It's my purposeful work for my business so that I can get as many people, cannabis coaches and educators as I can because of what it did for me. That's you, Crawford, when beneath my wings. But it's this, oh, fuck, I lost it. It was so good. God damn it. Oh, that tincture just kicked in. What was I going to say? Oh, that when you can sit there and be still with it and process and maybe sometimes deal. And when I say deal, I don't mean you fix it all. I don't mean you forgive it all. I'm not going to get deeper than that. But I'm just saying you're present with it and you do the work. Let's do that. You do the work, whatever that looks like. There's something really magical at the other side of that I don't think you can expect. I could never have expected it because I think when you go into it as heavy as I was with the stuff, I just felt so honored to be able to be in the space of it and do the work finally. That would have been more than enough. But once you do the work, the magic happens because you get to really see you. You get to really see you, and you get to maybe see you in a softer and gentler light. And you need to, and the beauty of you that again you've pushed away because you couldn't deal with the yuck, so you didn't deal with just all the fuckery. But you get to see this, yes. And I now get to sit there because it took all this work, it took all this time, and go, you stop dimming your sparkle for anyone or anything. Bitch, you are a fucking disco ball with tie-dye flip-flops, purple hair, and a fucking hash hole in your hand. Let's go. Let's go. Shine that light. Love as many people as you can. Help as many people as you can. Build a community where all of this magic can hopefully just continue to ripple and proliferate forever. Like that's so I get cannabis has allowed me to really dig me. And I've never been that person. And I feel so sad because that's a whole lot of decades wasted. You're not so getting a bigger kick out of me.
You're so lovable. Like, come on now.
Thank you,
I'm glad. Thank you, Cannabis, for bringing Kirsty.
Thank you, Cannabis. Thank you, Cannabis Coach Michelle Crawford. Thank you, Miracle Makers Course, for empowering me because I know how beneficial this medicine is. But then
Yes.
for you to give me the skills to be able to make it and produce it, you and I are
It,
growers,
take
that I
it.
get to grow it in my backyard and love it and sing with it. And then I get to turn it into medicine for the people that I love. I just don't think it gets any more beautiful than that. I
It
just
really
don't.
doesn't. But
It
then you
just
share
doesn't.
it. You
And
know what
then
everybody wants? To help others.
yes, yes, we do.
And you
We
know the way
do.
to helping others is to help yourself.
It is.
To be powerful.
Oh, it is.
More powerful we are, the more we can actually help. It's so hard. I've
Right.
made a lot of friends over in 906 over there in Sacramento, I believe. And like I
Yep.
realize, you really can't help people as much as you wish you could. Even the ones closest to you and people
Right.
far from you. You can send them energy. You can definitely, do wonderful things and
Yes.
that.
Send them
But
good vibes. You know what I mean? Yes.
yes, but actually there's a limit, you know what I mean? And it's
There
hard
is.
sometimes to face up to our limits, but at the same time, when you see the limit and you are dissatisfied with it, that's what pushes you to do the other things to get even better at sending the
Yes.
energy. For
It
example,
does.
last night's book, I brought a stack of spiritual self help type books
Oh,
to Hawaii on my
amazing.
vacation. Last night's was about psychic Reiki. There's this Reiki teacher who wrote this book because in her practice as being both a practitioner and a teacher, of
Right.
Reiki, she has noticed that there's an incontrovertible development of psychic intuitive abilities together with the
Right.
energy modality of medicine.
Yeah, for
And of
sure.
course, I'm there, you're there, we're on the
There.
spectrum of all of that, right?
There.
Pisces,
Absolutely.
Capricorn, you know what I mean, and all that
Yeah.
jazz.
I love you.
So being the spiritual kitchen witches that we are, and getting the benefit of the people you've been bringing through, and I'm seriously learning all my astrology from Shannon Cooper now.
Oh, honey, you heard me say you couldn't
101,
have a
102. I'm just
better
waiting for
teacher.
103.
Me, the 30 years that I went, you couldn't have a better teacher. You
I
couldn't
just
have a
feel
better
really lucky.
teacher.
Yeah, like I just learned right away. Bam. I
Yes,
got it.
you
You
couldn't.
know?
I spent decades. I'm really not kidding you. I think I spent decades. I wonder what Takesha's story would be. Oh, Amazon's here. I'm so sorry. But Takesha said, I wonder how many other people would say that. Yeah.
She demystified. She taught us the language. I saw it's mindset is everything. The framework that
Yes,
she
it
gave us
is.
for thinking about astrology completely made sense to me and demystified
Right?
all of the weird arrangements. I was just sitting at a round table. You know how she was describing all
Yes.
of the aspects and like the angles, trines,
Yes.
sextiles. I
Yes.
mean, all of that stuff sounds like massive gobbledygook. But then
Totally.
she's like, imagine being in a room with people or sitting at a round table with people. This is your opposing and you're just straight on with them. And I think to
How
myself,
genius was that,
it was super genius. Like, I think
Michelle?
to myself, I have a little joke with Kobe where if we sit opposite each other instead of next to each other, people always kind of worry because we're a couple, and they go, oh, is this okay? But there's a lot of people and you have to accommodate stuff. And I go,
Right.
oh, it's fine because I love the view. So, it made me feel very resonant with her way of describing, oh, you're
Right.
sitting at a table and these are the people you can kind of see from your peripheral vision. These are the people that are like giving you energy from like
Yep.
this angle right here, and
Yep.
this is your straight on
Yep.
person. And all
Yeah.
of that made so
Misha,
much
I'm not kidding you.
sense.
From somebody who, as you know, I've been pulled to astrology since I used to buy my girly magazines seriously as a 10-year-old and race to the horoscope page. Like, it's just always been a pull for me.
But it's
But I'm
always
not
so
kidding you when I said
confusing,
I've read
right?
30 years of self help books, paid for courses and everything. Nothing brought the clarity in that beautiful way that Shannon did in what, 2.5 hours between the two
2 hours
combined?
total.
I'm not
She
kidding you.
gave 2
I'm not kidding you.
presentations.
I said it to Renee. I said it to several of you newbies. You guys could not have a better teacher. I've been waiting for Shannon Cooper. She's
Shannon Cooper.
amazing.
Well, what is
She
her
is.
website? I hope it's shannoncooper.com because I can't
I
remember.
know, right? We need to get it. You're so right.
Is
I do.
Shannon
I should
on
have that.
UCAN? Is Shannon in the directory?
Yes, she sure.
There you
Oh
go.
yeah.
That's
Oh,
perfect.
oh shit. How do I not know this? I think she is.
I hope so.
My God,
If she
yeah,
isn't, she
we
will
hope
be
so.
very
If
soon.
not, she will be soon.
Yes. Because that's what it's for. And that's what it's going
That's
to
what it's
be.
for, right?
I love it. Okay. Well, so we digressed into astrology where we're both making great strides with the help of like Shannon Cooper. And you also had Christine Johnson, I believe, who came with
Jensen,
Melanie
yeah,
Henry.
Oh,
She, a fourth generation astrologer who helps
come
people with
on.
branding. through like understanding yourself through astrology, which you and I both know as business women, helping other entrepreneurial cannabis coaches and educators all this time, how
Right?
important it is to
It
have
is.
this ability to understand yourself as a brand. And
Yeah.
astrology is gorgeous for this. What
It's
an
gorgeous
organ
for this.
in
I'm so
Cancer.
glad you brought her up because you know what? That's what I might need for my birthday. I really might because I wanted to book that with that blows my yeah, you know what? I really might. Yeah, I really might, Michelle, because that was right. She's amazing. It is, and it's just I love that it's kind of bubbling up in our community. It's you know, these are just tools. They're tools to help you heal, to help you understand you, to help you feel good, to help whatever it is. And we just can't have enough of those tools. We just
No, we
can't.
can't. But
So
this is the
take a
empowerment.
and that's it, right. I want every woman out there to just take a look at all this goodness, and if it speaks to you, wonderful, dive in. If it doesn't, move on to the next thing. But why would you not want to help yourself understand these little beautiful things, these insights, if you will, that can help you navigate this crazy fucking thing called life? Like, why wouldn't you? And more
You-
importantly than that, I should say, you're becoming. Your
yes.
becoming is going to do just what life does. Why would you not want as many tools as you can have? Like, that's truly
That's
just how
my
I feel about these
opinion.
other languages, if you will.
I
Right?
agree 1,000%. Like
Yep.
empower yourself. I'm all about it.
Right.
Education, knowledge is power, practice is power, networking is power,
Yes, it
dancing
is.
is
It is.
power, being okay
Yes.
with stillness, straight power.
Major power. Right. Mic drop on that one. Mic drop on that one. No, it's so true, right? It is.
My
Well, and it's just, yeah, all those things if we can make that tiny impact, right? If that one person can be, that's it. That's all we're all trying to do. And that's why there's such just beauty and magic in our community because that's just it. It's a sisterhood to lift each other up and to support each other because sometimes that's it. That's just all you need is I know that good, bad, or ugly, my girls got me. Like this is we're gonna be celebrated. We're gonna cry. And when the hard things in life happen, just to I have always felt as especially growing up and never feeling like that, just to know there's somebody there. There's somebody
yeah.
there is all a lot of us need. And it's cannabis has done this for us. It's just it's magic. It's just magic. It's just really you know that. If I feel so grateful for all of the things. Okay, so want to hear something cool?
Yes.
Okay. So it's the little things. Stay with me. I do not have, shout out Michelle Crawford, a fabulous flourishing YouTube channel. It's on the to do list. I promise. It's a link. I
I
promise.
mean, you're like a guest on my channel
I know I
constant.
love it.
We have a show. It's called
We have
Cannabis.
a show. It literally is. It
I
is.
kind of
We totally
forced
do.
you to have this show. So
And I
I
love
know.
it. And I love you for it. I tell you that I love you for it. But I don't have Michelle's following. I will totally own that. But what I am trying to do, I know that in this world of cannabis and those of us that are trying to help educate, I'm a drop in there. You know how I feel. I'm a drop. Together we're all the way, but I'm a drop. And I may be a little drop, but I'm a drop. And I'm in there and I'm doing my thing. My Instagram following, tiny, but I play with it and I have fun and I love all the things. What about how fucking cool it is, when you post something, me yesterday, like I'm so excited about the cup. Michelle and I are going to the Emerald Cup, just got all buzzed up, saw an old memory came up, and I'm like, I'm posting this. This is so cool, all lit up. And then you go today in the middle of your hurried day to Instagram to look for something else specifically and go, wait,
I
who
saw this.
shared what? Who shared what? So again, you don't need a bamillion things. And those are the little things we need to celebrate, right? You don't need to have a trillion.
Congratulations. The cup
Thank you.
loves Kirsty and Kirsty loves the
The
cup.
Emerald Cup
So much love.
reposted my little like, and I'm sorry, that's the coolest shit ever to me. They will
The
never
coolest.
know how much that lit me the fuck up. It's not about a billion more subs. It's not, how fucking cool that was to feel for that tiny second. They saw me. That's the coolest
Community.
fucking shit ever. That's the coolest shit ever.
You're accepted into the Canna community by the coolest people that you know. I
Come
mean, I don't know anybody
on.
cooler.
That's what it feels like, me. And I'm like, you know
I
what? That
know.
right? Super
And this
cool.
is why they import us from California to do things on 420 because we bring that.
We are. We are. And you know what? No complaints. As long
I'm
as the
so
cup
happy.
didn't
This
fall
is
there.
What a dream job, right? What a dream job. I will bring the 420. I promise.
We will. Yeah. Who'd have ever thought that possibly one of the best 420s we're ever going to spend in our lives is going to be on the East Coast for a couple of Cali girls? Come on. And I think there's a potential that it just might be. I really do. I really do.
It's crazy about that. I'm excited about that. So we're talking about Cannabis Retreat in the Catskills. And on 420, I believe there are some spots left. There were like out of like 12, I believe, still out of like 40. You know what I mean? And
I think they're down to 5 or 6 left.
I feel like it's 7 or 5. Yeah.
It's getting small.
It's going. I mean, you couldn't, the village and the tribe. Let's just like talk about it for a second. Like, I gotta say, Kirsty, one of my little running gratitude threads inside of me, and it's only because I'm a complete weirdo who put like the weight of the world, like Atlas, on my shoulders. Like myself. Nobody asked me to. I just do this to myself. Okay. I admit it. I'm working on it. Okay. Cannabis is helping. I put the weight of the world on my shoulders.
Yep. A lot of us women do.
With this person, you, and our tribe and everyone in it, we could brag endlessly. The reason why, like, I know your shit is working and I know my shit's working, like, because our tribe is killing it. Our tribe is out there, confident, making the difference. Every single one of them is like working miracles, allowing them to come, like working on themselves. Miracles are happening in relationships. Miracles are happening as mothers. Literally, we had a baby in our group. It's so beautiful.
We have a baby. We have a baby. Right?
I mean, and the work that we're all doing, it's so meaningful to me. And there was a part of me that this Atlas person that, I do have the big vision. I know that we need all these parts. I'm very pragmatic in my teaching because I was teaching adults and children at the same time through demonstration, 20 years ago. That was my job. And I really understand what it takes for people to learn, because we're all those inner children. So being a preschool educator was great. Honestly, it doesn't change all the way up to college.
Right.
So, like, I felt the need for the thing that I could do, teaching the DIY, teaching the medicine making, the multi-cannabinoid approach, my special sauce on the suppositories, the better sex with Canna, everything that I bring to the table in terms of the hands-on practicality of medicine making at home.
Right.
Even to the point of the machines that I think you should use, and the exact way that I think we should do this to optimize hands off and no thinking.
Right.
Because there's courses out there that are not about hands off and no thinking. But that's
at all.
You know what I mean? So special sauce, right? And then, but I know that it takes more than that. It takes an off ramp. It takes a tribe builder. It takes someone who's willing to hold the sacred space of our emotions as women, that water, all the tears, all the sweat. Your dogs. I'm in the middle.
Ozzy, you're killing us.
No, but seriously, Kirsty, you are that person right now. And you're doing a kick-ass job. Because everyone is kicking ass.
Everyone is kicking ass.
We know who's great at helping us build websites, which matter so much.
Right?
We know who's good at helping us with SEO.
We are this most beautiful little, right?
We know who's good at giving us
resource. Who can help us? Because we know
astrology,
somebody can.
Chocolate making.
Right.
And who's good at now planning these amazing events. We have 2, 4, you know what I mean? Really, actually, like two events that got produced and given, and people came from all over the country to attend these events and are coming to them. And these are tribe members putting on things for other tribe members. This is high level organization that is occurring because of the sisterhood, because of the health, because of the passion that we all have to heal ourselves and the world. I just always skip like that. Ourselves, the world.
Right. Right.
We're succeeding at it, even though
we
it's
are
hard.
Thank you for that, Michelle. We are. We really are. I love hearing you say it because it's sweet when I say I go, it's just, how did I say it to Jason a couple? I go, we're this little pack that fucking could, and we're gonna fucking do it. And the progress, it's not one of us. It's not literally watch all of us. I did. I said to Jason, I said, this is the only thing that ever makes me want to dig back into those recordings. You know how bad I am. I never watch the replays of myself. I probably learned so much. But seriously, I go, I got to go back and watch one of the intros, even from the early meetings, because I remember in December, so seeing from one from 6-7 months before, like not even that long, and the difference. And when JJ will come on and say something like she did at the meeting couple, she's like, because of Weekend, I can talk about who I am and what
yes,
it's like.
practice,
Oh,
right?
right. But you said it's this little pack of us, this little amazing tribe of fearless, fantastic women together moving forward. And
Each of us
that's the goal to
being
life, in my
their
opinion.
own part of the team, and
Yeah.
not one of us having to carry everything. Like,
No,
even if she thinks she does, it's not true. So
it's
me
not.
personally, my little story about, putting it on myself, it's always being taken off by one of these amazing women in our group.
It
And
is.
the latest one is Canna Coach JB, and the Catskills, and the Canna Bliss,
Absolutely.
not the Canna, like
Right?
the Blissful Balance Saturdays,
Yeah.
all last
Oh,
year, and then the whole year plan now. I'm so
right.
impressed. The
It
lineup
is.
of everybody: Angel
Right.
Johansson, Michelle Diston, you know what I mean? Canna Soul Connections,
Come on.
me
Look
opening
at,
Sacred Space,
right?
and,
Look at
Sacramento,
all that
Texas.
Rose is doing. I mean,
Rose
look at
and
how,
all of her nidras,
come
Dirty
on.
Dancing with Danielle. I mean,
It's so much.
and the Glindas. I mean,
Right?
hello,
Our
Amanda and
OG. I
Tiffany.
mean, they set us up for every event that's going to come from now on. Tiff and Amanda were the
We like broke
badasses that said, we're making
that
it
seal.
happen. And they did. And it was magical. And again, that just the tribe went, okay, then it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. Right?
I don't think every group, gets this. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
God.
I
I've never
joined
been a part of
plenty of
one.
online courses
Yeah. I've never been a
that
part of
didn't end
one.
up here.
I've never been a part of this on I never had this. And don't get me wrong, I have some incredible female friendships, some that I've literally had for 40 years, which I know a lot of people don't have. I make communities everywhere I go. So I have never, ever, ever, ever had anything like what we share in this group. And I know this is what I've wanted my whole life. This is why it's here and why it's happening. Because it is. This is what I've wanted to have for women supporting and friendships. And I've never had it until us.
That's amazing. And you've always said that, you're in love with it, and that you never want it to end, and
Yep.
all this stuff. And I've just been like so like impressed, and grateful
Thank you.
many
Thank you,
times.
Michelle.
Kirsty, you're so talented, you're so inspirational, and
Thank you.
you really support the team, you know what I mean? Like, you're so reliable, and your energy is amazing, and anything I can do to strengthen you and empower you is like a total bonus in life. Like, how could I
Honey,
do this?
you've done it to infinity and beyond. I'm not kidding you, Michelle. There wouldn't be a weekend if I didn't have you. There wouldn't be all of the help and healing that I've had since you brought multi-cannabinoids to my daily routine. There wouldn't be, like, it's so crazy when I hear you say there wouldn't be a soul secret sisterhood because there wouldn't have been a weekend. So it's just, honey, you've been such an enormous piece of this for me. And I am so grateful that I get to call you my friend and love you and look forward to all the goodness that we have, the big shit, the little shit. It's such a gift in my life. It's such a gift in my life. Like I said, I mean, look at the next couple months. We just found out today some of the coolest fucking news ever for us. One of our favorite women,
Oh
women
yeah.
in the camp. What the fuck? Are you dropping it? You telling them?
Okay, yeah. Can we? Are we allowed to just announce to the world?
I'm announcing it.
Okay, go.
Ashley Mantha gets to come to the cup with us. We're so, oh my gosh. I'm not kidding you. She had other plans. So we were like, that's all
We were
good. That's
like,
the way it's supposed to
okay, I guess we
be.
won't, because we had seen her there
Oh,
before. It was just so magical.
magical, magical.
And
And it's all, and Michelle can tell you, because I wouldn't have said this. It's all I thought about for the past year was, oh my God, when we go with Ash again, it's going to be so great. It's going to be so great. Didn't enter my mind she couldn't come. So I was devastated. I was
I was
devastated. I'm
all
like,
like, okay.
I was devastated. I'm like, we're gonna have the best time in it, but I was heartbroken. I really was.
Because I think
So
it's
we get
her
a
like
text
sixth
today.
or eighth
We do.
cup.
We get a
So
text today from her just a couple hours before this that her plans changed. So she's going to the cup with us. Oh my gosh. It just like, how can my life keep getting better and better and better and better and better? Grateful,
because
grateful,
cannabis
grateful.
and the work. Okay, last topic. We might as well. We've been on forever. Let's just do it.
Okay.
Grounding.
Mm.
Grounding. I mean, basically life. Grounding is now life. I can't.
Or you
Okay, what is grounding? Let's just tell the people what is grounding. What is
holy.
grounding? Okay, so a little bit ago on my channel, I said, "Hi, everybody. I ordered some earthing products because, I found out that there are these people who sell products that claim to help you ground, as in,
Yep.
like, the way that you would be grounded by touching your bare feet to the ground, which is something I love to
Yes.
do. Go
Yes.
outside, walk around on the grass or the dirt, or my absolute favorite, swim in the ocean or walk on the ocean.
I was gonna say,
Walk on
or for this little fishy, the sand. The
the
sand
sand,
is my
like number one. Or
favorite.
swimming, yeah, like in the ocean, walking on the
Yes.
shore. But yeah, so if you can do this while you're sleeping at night because you're on conductive silver threaded sheets or whatever, whatever. Oh, I didn't realize that was a thing. Wow, technology, that's awesome. Let me try this because I love grounding. So why not ground more? But I
Right?
didn't realize there was this electrical option for indoors because who has time to be out there all the time? Okay,
Mm-mm.
well, then it came with a book and I watched a movie and some videos and I was like, "Holy crap." So this electrical change that occurs when your skin is in touch with the surface of the earth is a profound change in your body that changes the polarity of your blood, and we are electrical chemical
My,
beings, so it
we
really does
are.
have a physical effect on us, but nobody
Yes.
really said. There's a lot of people who know this, people who work on computers, static
Oh yeah, there are.
electricity. We know about this, that we are electrical. We can carry, we can be shocked and stuff like that. But this
Right.
connection between being grounded and that having a health effect, that
Right.
is the big profound aha. And that so many detriments to our health that are common now were not until the invention of rubber soled shoes. What?
How crazy is that? Yeah, but you would. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you think about it. We were made for our feet to touch the ground. And when you said
That's
that to
like,
me, I thought, oh my God, Michelle. And seriously, when you said it to me with my back issues and stuff, I literally am never not in footwear unless I'm laying in bed
but now
because
you
it's so,
can lay in bed and ground with these amazing miracle sheets. I feel
and
like a salesperson. I feel like a salesperson. Like these
you
miracle
practically
production
it's been
sheets.
amazing. You sold me, and I'm, as Michelle knows this, I'm less than Trisha. Trisha's
Aloha,
here.
Trisha.
Aloha, sweetie. I'm less than a week and a half into my grounding mat, thanks to Michelle
Yes.
Crawford. I can't even. I can't even. Please continue. Please continue.
I might as well just say that, like, let me just go on record. I will in the future be offering a full on grounding video. I can actually already see it, which is like rare for YouTube for me. YouTube for me is just like, hi, I'm me, and I'm going to show you something in cannabis, and then I'm going to pitch my class. It's literally where it is right now.
Right.
But actually, for grounding, I can see something, and I do want to do this as like a show and tell and a little bit of like teaching moment. So it's just
Yes.
all about electricity, and then being able to do it indoors is a massive um, improvement that you can make in your life. The benefits of being grounded electrically to your body are huge for your health,
Huge.
like just better
Huge.
circulation. Number one, the very first thing, and you can see this in like blood slides that they do. Like if you're grounded, your blood has an ability to kind of like repel from itself. It's a little bit more polarized from itself, which
Wow.
increases its circulation instead of being sludgy
Wow.
and slow. So, what does better circulation do for you? What does it not do? Where blood flows, life
What does it
grows.
not do? What does it not do?
Like,
Exactly. What does
you
it
know what
not
it
do?
does? It makes you look younger and more beautiful. How about that? There was a
For
study done with
sure.
women who grounded for 40 minutes at a talk. They had little patches that they stuck to their feet. They took off their shoes in front of each other and grounded while they got the talk. They got a survey before and a survey after. And one of the questions was, how do you feel about your complexion today? And then, how do you feel about your complexion after the grounding? They were given a little mirror to look at themselves. And guess what?
Whoa.
Like more than 40 or 50% of them were, or 70, something like really high. Were like, I look better. My eyes were puffy and now they're
Wow.
not because
Well,
of
it
better
makes sense.
circulation.
I was just going to say, as you're saying, like it makes perfect sense, right? Like,
It
aren't you doing
totally
facial
makes perfect
massage?
sense.
And when I used to get facials and they were like, is it so that everything's moving around?
Moving,
Oh,
just moving,
that makes
just moving better.
perfect sense. Yes.
Numbness in your fingers, cold extremities. People have a lot of that. What circulation? What can't it help?
Circulation.
When you work out a lot, second day soreness, or just being
Yes.
able to recover quickly from being like doing gardening or any of that kind of thing.
Right.
Better circulation, it really can help. So the smallest, tiniest bit about grounding and the fact that these like basically conductive fabrics, and your home like grounded electric system is making
Yeah.
this possible. Sure, there's things we can discuss up and down. You can go YouTube it, earthing, grounding. People talk about it. I'm just really with it. I'm trying to do it continuously. One of the studies that, as much as possible, of course, I have to drive places, walk places, whatever. But yeah, like literally, there's a benefit to doing it more often. There's a benefit for doing it longer, and there's a benefit for doing it with more power. I don't mean to say that like electricity or anything
Like
like
more
that.
voltage. Yeah, like more
Like
like
for
more
example, the
voltage
difference
or
between walking on the sand versus swimming in the ocean or being buried in the sand.
yes. Like, do you see me? I'm
There's a
like
difference.
burying my feet in the sand is like just the
Burying
heaven
or
to
your
me.
whole
Oh,
body, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
right.
people like to do that. Why do they like it?
I don't get it. The
Yeah,
feet
but
all
they
day
do.
long, but the whole, yeah, no,
But
no.
there is some Native American traditions and all over the world where this would occur for health purposes. You know,
Right,
we're gonna
right.
bury and we're gonna Mother Earth. I've even spiritually speaking, I'm very prayerful and stuff like this. As I've really grounded as much as possible in the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks I've been doing this,
Yeah.
and especially getting to do it in Hawaii and really being intentional in my mind about
Oh,
making connection to the newest earth on the planet and Pele, you know what I mean? Like just
right.
trying to be respectful and in awe of what I am able to do here on
Wow.
earth, you know what I mean? Like
Wow.
it felt special and I think I made it special with my thinking and that's great, you know?
You did.
Like
You really did. I have a grounding update for you. And just so that you know, everybody, we had a lengthy conversation this time yesterday. So this is since that conversation,
since
Michelle.
yesterday, okay.
Yes, because of something that you said when I had shared, I'm about a week and a half in. I won't take up to, and I've just been kind of my lower back or my back, the lower part of my legs, my feet. I got just a relatively small mat for my bed. I've been loving it. Told Michelle that. Michelle said something in our conversation yesterday, like you just said, about the stronger strength and for a longer amount of time. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute, the longer amount of time. I slept with my mat for the first time last night.
This is what I'm talking about, the sleeping.
And my husband is out of town. I sleep with 3 dogs. It's ridiculous. When Jason's out of town, I don't sleep as solidly. I think a lot of us are that way, especially
Yeah,
women. I do. I just think, and my
yeah.
dogs, when we get up and everything, I had the most magically delicious sleep last night. I'm a hashtag little old lady. I get up and pee a couple times. I didn't get up and pee for like 7.5 hours. Like that doesn't happen to me, Michelle. And I am not kidding you when I tell you I woke up feeling so good. I had a full-on conversation with the 3 dogs before we went out about how mommy thought she felt so good because of the mat.
It's true
Michelle, it was
because it's
thank you
Mother Earth.
so much for bringing this to my attention because again, but I really have. It's been for little an hour here. Thank you so much for yesterday's conversation and leaning into it because now, as silly as it sounds that I've slept with that mat, I can't imagine
Not.
I'm going to be sleeping without it.
We
I
all
can't
used
imagine I'm
to
going to be
sleep
sleeping
on the
without it.
ground. We all
Right?
used to walk around on the ground. Like our
Yes.
bodies, rubber soled shoes happened in the 60s. Like this is like it's so
Right.
new.
This is
We had
new.
leather soled shoes which are conductive. They're
Right.
I mean, I know I'm going into sciencey things, but let me just tell you I've read one of the reasons why I want to make a video is to discuss like the kinds of products that I've come across because unlike
Yes.
you are very much typical. You bought like a small mat that was
Yep.
very portable and had a lot of different things. And I
Yep.
have another friend that I told about this. She did the same thing, and 2 other people they did the exact same thing. You're
Wow.
very like bell curve. And what
Right.
happens is exactly what you're talking about. This thing with the sleeping better and not peeing as much at night. I think I've read at least 300 reviews of earthing products at this juncture, and that is a common theme.
I'm really not. I'm very sincere when I say, and I even said to you, it's Pisces season. Like there's a lot of good magic going on, but just what a dramatic shift kind of last week, Ozzy was kind of into things. I started grounding the Sunday. I can't help but think that it impacts, and I'm not kidding you. Thank you again for yesterday because it wouldn't have entered my mind to kind of jump into kind of go longer, go longer, go. It
Go harder,
was
yeah, go
beautiful.
longer,
It was going
sleep
to be
on it.
so now,
Yeah,
unfortunately, you did this. Now it's like, okay, wait a minute. Maybe I do need the ankle things or the wrist things or all the things. That's
all
because
the
it was that
things. It's just
powerful.
all
It
the
was
things
that
again.
powerful, Michelle. It was that
Well,
powerful.
there
It
it
really
is.
was.
I can tell you right now, like the grounding that I've done, I went all in as usual. I'm just like a
Yeah,
diver inner. And like I said, I've read hundreds of
you are.
reviews. I've poured over like the book, the movie, like different people's websites. There's 3 that are really important to me. Like I ordered from the earthing. It's Clint Ober's earthing. Clint Ober is like the pioneer of it here in America. He kind of figured out the indoor situation for us, like
Right.
plugging into your grounding socket with this conductive fabric and then sleeping on it was like kind of his breakthrough idea because of his
Right.
background in the cable industry. So, Trisha
Right.
actually related to this totally. And like
Right.
because cables are insulated and how electricity works, and both of them are electrical. So it was a great convo, me and Trisha and Jerry in
I love that.
Hawaii. Yeah, it's really
Dragon.
like makes sense from an electrical standpoint, but then this health thing and like that part is just so different for people. That's the extra bit. Um,
Right.
and like doing it longer, it's like I bought the sheets and the pillowcases.
Wow. I might
Yeah,
have
I
to
bought
get
the
the
sheets and the
sheets.
pillowcases. I got like this mat that I'm now using to stand on in my kitchen, and I got this like pillowcase that's made out of like a vinyl carbon one, and I use that now on my sofa because it looks kind of like a rubber.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I
Wow.
have pillowcases and sheets for all my kids because I like literally and my mom and my
I
dad.
love that. I love that.
Boom! It was done like the first
Gammy.
like the first day.
Gammy.
So my mom is feeling a lot better. Her arthritis, she's like making my aunties in the Philippines do it, and they're sending her
Wow.
pictures of like their feet on the grass. It's
Oh my
crazy, and
gosh.
she's really feeling
Look
better about
at
her
what you
shoulders.
do,
I know.
Michelle. Look at what you do for those of us that you love. You're magic, lady. You're magic.
And I'm telling you, like the support that I've gotten from grounding, I mean, I have been really trying to do it like a lot. And I go for
Right.
walks and stand with my feet on the ground and sing my songs and drum, all the things. And then like pray and just like there's that part, but then there's just the sleeping. It's affected my sleep. My sleep is so much deeper, so much better. I was like a sleepy girl. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm tired. And that's I'm an insomniac that is now a sleepy girl. It's crazy, right?
Wow.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
felt a
Wow.
tension in my hips release. I have a lot of hip tension. Like when I first laid
Wow.
down on the mat, I did get a full mat and like a pillow first thing. So that was my first thing.
Wow.
So I felt like that happened. Definitely the no peeing in the night and the sleeping better 100%. I
Holy
have
cow.
okay, this was another thing. I have this foot. I can't know if you can see this. I cut my foot.
Oh yeah, you're cut from the
I cut
vacation,
well,
right?
like I cut the foot.
Oh, look at that, Michelle.
Kind of a big one, but honestly, it's perfect. And the worst it did was like on the plane and when I couldn't
Wow.
ground. I wrapped
Right.
it in my pillowcase and wore this like sock that has, okay,
Oh,
this is everything I have. Conductive socks with silver
holy
thread,
shit.
conductive flip flops made of carbon that's conductive,
That's
whatever.
cool.
Conductive shoes, also like closed shoes. I have the sheets and the pillowcases of both the silver threaded fabric as well as the leatherette that is by Clint Ober. And then the
Of
silver
course
threaded
you
fabric is
do. Of
like
course
everywhere.
you do.
I
Right.
ordered this thing from this woman named Dr. Laura Conover, who's featured in several of the books and the movie because she's super into this too. She's called the Intuitive Physician, and she actually
Oh,
has a small business in America with hand sewn items. So I ordered 2 things from
wow.
her, but they take like 4 weeks. But what reading her site gave me insight in how to think about this. You know what I mean? Like her
Right.
hand sewn items, she sourced some fabric that's like stainless steel 30%, which is greater, like being more buried in earth, like stronger than 10%
Wow.
silver, 5% silver. Right? Like think about it. Like what's more
Wow.
conductive, what's stronger,
Right.
right? So
Right.
she sews these things out of this organic cotton and stainless steel, which is washable and very durable and very conductive types of fabric. And I'm like, and then it just gave me ideas because her approach to it was so hand spun, DIY. Like
Right.
she offers like little blankets, bedrolls, underlayments, pillowcases. I bought a throw that I thought I would be able to take with me places that's like silver on one side and like fabric, cotton on the other, and then a hot
Wow.
water bottle cover.
Holy shit.
A hot water bottle cover for like, when you want to hug a hot water.
Right.
I
Yeah.
thought that would just be very comforting for people. And
Oh
that's like
yeah.
otherwise like a small pillow that and she says this. She says, you can use it like a small pillow. You can bring it around with you and sit on it. You can like kind of ground
Right.
wherever you're at in a sort of stealthy way. And then it got me
Right.
thinking. So I've been carrying my pillowcases around with me and just like
Oh,
plugging them
Michelle, I
in
love
find
that.
places that have plugs and I
Right.
can't be like it's been nuts. But I'm grateful for this. It's been wonderful because because it's healthy. And I was
Because it's
able to
healthy.
accomplish the tea break, I think, with the
Gosh,
support.
that's mind blowing. Yep, that's still mind blowing.
I
It
honestly
is.
feel like this came in at a time and is like supporting me
That's what I was
exploring
going to say.
supplemental
You
use of
switch
cannabis. Yeah.
supports. Yeah, you switch supports, but it
Not really switch,
worked
and
out.
and what could be more natural and elegant and easy, which I've been praying for and
Truly,
asking
truly,
for. And please
truly.
give me downloads that make this elegant and easy for me to execute in my life, because
Right.
I just can't be challenged right now. I just can't
Mm-mm,
be
no,
challenged. I'm
we don't
sorry,
have the
I'm doing my
bandwidth.
best.
We don't. We just don't have the bandwidth. We really don't.
And what is the
Uh,
answer? Grounding. What do? You sleep
grounding.
on it. It's not
Grounding.
that hard.
Right? I will tell you, probably a perfect send off. I got to go feed the
Yeah, we
dogs
gotta
as
go.
usual. Don't I say that? But I'm going to go feed the dogs. And even before our talk, I thought to myself, oh, it was another beautiful day here. The grounds are a little bit better. I literally told myself earlier, Michelle and I are going to have our fun. Then I'm going to feed the puppies. Then I'm going to go stand and watch the sunset go down out of my backyard, which I love to do
Yes.
with my feet on the bare earth. I will be thinking of you, friend. I can't
Me
wait.
too. Wonderful. That's
I
beautiful,
love you.
Carrie. Thank you so much. I love you too. What a great talk today. Thank
I
you for coming on
know.
my channel again.
Thank
All
you
right,
for this.
everyone.
I love them. I love them.
We can. Let's just shout it out. We can.coach.
We can
Michelle
coach.
Crawford, CannaCuriousCoaching.com, selling homemade health now. Classes
Check it
opening March
out.
15th. Get in there if you want to learn
Get in
tinctures,
there.
topicals, and concentrates. If you want to be like Kirsty here and just fucking like take life by the horns and like really
Treat
level up.
yourself.
Oh, that's what you,
Treat
that's right. Treat
yourself.
yourself.
Treat yourself.
Anyway, and all the things, grounding. Stay tuned for
Grounding.
more.
Grounding. Oh, stay tuned for a lot more, I think. I
Yeah,
love you,
yes.
sweet friend. I love you
Thank you
so
so much
much.
for everybody who joined us. Renee, Trisha,
We love you
JJ, we
guys.
see you. So much love. Bye, everyone. Bye, Kirsty. Good
Love you.
night.
Bye,
Love
honey.
you.
Love you.